lesson, I will explain you the concept of independent and dependent events in statistics. So first I will explain to you independent event. See, two events are independent if the outcome of the first event does not affect the outcome of the second event. One more time, I will explain the definition of independent event. Two events are independent if the outcome of the first event does not affect the outcome of the second event. So now I will explain this definition with the help of few examples. Suppose Robert picks a number at random, puts it back, and then picks another number at a random. Suppose these are the numbers. You can have any numbers, but in this example, we have taken suppose 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. These are the 5 numbers. Suppose first he picks 6 and then he puts it back and picks 9. So the question is, are these two events dependent or independent? So the answer is independent. When you say the answer is independent or dependent, there should be some explanation or some logic behind it. So the logic behind it, that two events are independent as Robert puts the first number back. So his first picks does not affect which numbers are left for his second pick. Right, so this is the independent. Now another example of the independent event is on the patio of the Pizza Hut, the Sarah's family decides on a type of pizza to order. In the back of the restaurant, another family also chooses a pizza to order. Are these two events dependent or independent? So the answer is independent, and the logic why it is independent, these two events are independent. The pizza that Sarah's family orders does not affect which pizza another family orders. Now is the dependent event. Ashley purchases a new car from a dealership in New York. An hour later, another customer buys a car at the same dealership. See, same dealership. So are these two events dependent or independent? And the answer in this case is dependent. So what is the logic? Why it is dependent? Why the two events are dependent? Because Ashley's choice of car affects which ones are left at the dealership for the second customer to buy. Right? Another example of the dependent variable. In Mrs. Jane's class, the students picks unique number from a hat to decide the order in which they will present their group projects. William picks a number first and David picks second. Suppose there are 5 numbers and William picks 2, second project first, and then David picks 5. So when the William picks number 2, so for David only 4 choices are left. So the question is, are these two events dependent or independent? Answer is dependent. Why? Because the number William picks affects which numbers are left for David to pick. Third example of the dependent event. Suppose Catherine has a variety of scarves in her laundry basket. Without looking, she selects one scarf, then a second. So are these two events dependent or independent? The answer is dependent because the scarf Catherine picks first affects which scarves are left for her to pick second. Another example of the independent event. Suppose Rahim took a coin out of his pocket and flipped it. Then he flipped it again. Are these two events dependent or independent? So the answer is independent. And why? What is the logic behind it? Because the first flip does not affect the second flip. So in this lesson, you have learned the concept of dependent and independent event in the statistics. If you have any questions, you can write down on the comment section and I will try my best to answer it. Please do not forget to subscribe my channel on YouTube, SciMy Academy, and thanks for watching it.